How you doing? I'm Sylert from Long Island, New York. Tonight I'll be spinning at Emporium out in Suffolk County. I started DJing around 8 to 10 years ago. It started out, I played the drums my whole life since I was about 4 years old. I was in bands at a young age. Always liked music, beats, making beats. A friend of mine was a DJ, and I used to make mashups for him. So a lot of times he would play my songs at the club and get noticed for these mashups that I made, and it kind of got me a little jealous seeing everybody excited about him getting all this recognition for songs that I made. So I started out DJing a little bit and doing small gigs in back rooms of clubs and just trying to work my way up. It's fun. I like DJing a lot. It's tough because nowadays there's a lot of competition, not necessarily quality competition, but there's a lot of people that want to be DJs and are trying to get into the scene right now. So I enjoy it. I love music. I love seeing the crowd's response to everything I do. It's tough, especially New York. New York's huge and it's a very popular place to be. So I'm just going to keep grinding and hopefully make it to the top. Most of my inspiration comes from local talent as opposed to big names. Mostly local DJs and promoters that I've worked with that keep the club scene alive locally and give me the opportunity to actually do what I like to do. That's my biggest inspiration and motivation to keep going when people give me a shot and I can make a crowd happy. It's weird because I kind of want to be recognized as a house DJ. I've always liked house music, but I've noticed that there's a lot more opportunities for open format DJs, and you even see some DJs like Laidback Luke or random DJs throw hip-hop songs into their sets. So it's kind of interesting, and I feel like it gets kind of redundant to just do house all the time, even though most of my production work is house. 90% of my production work is house. But yeah, I like open format. It's fun to scratch and to incorporate turntablism and mix quickly, and it's definitely broadens my horizons and opens up a whole new world of opportunity for me. I'm really versatile with my DJ equipment. I prefer to use turntables over anything. It's just got such a better feel, and that's what I started on with vinyl back in the day, and I prefer it. It may not be as ideal because a lot of clubs right now don't have turntables, or a lot of them are broken or busted up so they don't work properly, and that could really affect your set if a tone arm's not working or a needle skipping. So typically if it's a place that I might have to bring my own equipment or get it rented out, I like turntables. But if they have CDJs, I love them also. The Pioneer equipment is superb quality. The reaction to everything you do is the closest to turntables that you can get. So I prefer to use turntables. If I have to use CDJs, I will. I'll use USBs, I'll use CDs, I'll use whatever I have to use. I'm always prepared. I have USB sticks on my keychains, so whatever I gotta do, I'm ready for it. I started out on a program called Acid Pro that a lot of people probably don't even know about unless you've been around for a while, but yeah, Acid Pro. It's simple, it was easy to, you could put 2 songs or an acapella and you can warp the waveforms, and it was real simple to make a mashup and just put any kind of vocal over a cool beat that was popular at the time. After that, I worked my way into Fruity Loops. I kind of didn't know which direction I wanted to go in with my production, so I actually pretty much dabbled in like every program that you can think of. I used Cubase for a little while. A friend of mine was really good at Reason, so he taught me how to use Reason. I always kind of stuck to Fruity Loops because I'm very beat oriented and you could place the beats places and it was kind of simple. And then in the last couple of years or so, I've been on Ableton, strictly doing everything in Ableton from mashups to actual production work. They're all pretty much similar in their own aspects. I have other producer friends that use Logic or Reason still, but Ableton's been the choice for me. As far as my style of production, I grew up listening to trance and hardstyle. I liked like really hard beats and hard drops and fast music, and it came from my metal roots. When I played the drums, I was in a metal band, so I always liked fast and hard-hitting stuff. So now, as far as the music scene goes, there's a lot of like this progressive house, this big room, hard-hitting stuff, and I feel like hardstyle's coming back, hopefully. So I try to incorporate really heavy lead synths in my songs, but I like tribal beats. I like adding congos and different types of effects. So a lot of my intros to my songs are very tech house or tribal house oriented, and then they go into like a lead synth, and then I'll hit them with that big, you know, heavy big room drop. So a lot of my inspiration comes from the old trance, the old Tiesto stuff, and the old show tech and the old hardstyle that I grew up on, and I try to incorporate it with what's popular now. I started the label not even a year ago. I started because I wanted to help people that didn't know where to go have a chance to get their music out there. A lot of times people go to the big name labels and they're hoping for a dream or hoping to get lucky, and it happens for some people, but for most of us it doesn't. So I wanted to give people the opportunity to be able to get their music out there on the major resale sites and give them a chance to be heard throughout the world, as opposed to just their Facebook friends or their SoundCloud followers. This gives them a chance to really get out there. And I know personally that I needed a chance. I wanted to get out there, and I built a huge following on all my social networks, but there's still that next tier that everyone wants to get to, and I feel like Beatport and iTunes and a lot of those sites, it makes you feel better, and it gives you more inspiration to actually like push your music out there if people see your stuff on there. One of my songs got picked up by a bigger label because of my own label. I started out with mine, got my music out there, and people could reference that now that I have it on that, and hopefully it'll grow over time. I'd like to incorporate talent over image. Lately it seems that there's this huge call for more of a show than talent, and I'm not trying to knock the industry as a whole, but unfortunately that's just the direction that it's been heading in. So I'd like to get more talent-based DJs out and noticed and recognized, and that's kind of why I started my label. And I'm trying to work with other DJs that I feel are talented and work together as local talent, and not so much focus on what everyone else is doing, and just make something bigger from ourselves than this dream that everyone's trying to live, sending their music to big labels, and it's just hope or luck. I don't want the scene to be based on hope or luck. I want it to be for the people that have the dedication and the drive to actually do something with this industry, not just take it with a grain of salt and hope that they get famous or do it because it's the cool thing to do. I want it to be someone's life and something that they really strive to do. A big thing that I've noticed over the years is just getting support. Local support is huge. A lot of people focus their attention on the big venues and what famous DJ is going to be in town, but a lot of people have great talented DJs right in their own neighborhoods, and I feel like that support that you get from them is just a huge motivator for the DJ themselves to go out. I know when I'm doing a gig and I got a bunch of my friends messaging me or calling me about it and kind of hyping me up, it's really exciting to know that people care about what I'm doing. So try to support your local talents. It's very big and important to them. What's up, guys? I'm Sylert. I run the night. Do you?